The great secret of all creation lies not outside you, but within you. And it begins with the simple divine act of imagining. If you can imagine the one you love, if you can feel them real here and now, if you can walk with them in the silence of your mind and hear their voice, feel their hand in yours, see their smile as if it were already yours, then you have touched the keys to the kingdom. Every relationship you desire to experience in your world is simply a reflection of the relationship you have cultivated within your consciousness. What you hold as true in the depth of your being must outpicture itself in the world, for the outer is ever the shadow of the inner. There is no other creative power but awareness. What you are conscious of being, that alone you express. When you say, I am loved, and feel the truth of that in your heart, you summon from the great unseen everything that matches that declaration. You are not waiting for love. You are love, and the world must echo back to you the song you sing within. You are not chasing affection, attention, or approval. You are radiating the fullness of your own chosen identity. And the mirror of life must conform. This is not philosophy, this is law. Divine, immutable, and perfect. You cannot imagine lovingly, consistently, and deeply, and not draw to yourself the fruits of that imagination. Every relationship you've ever had, every glance exchanged, every silence held or word spoken was magnetized to you by your self-concept. Whether you knew it or not, whether you accepted it or resisted it, your life has been an exact reflection of the thoughts and feelings you have entertained most consistently. Therefore, change the seed and you change the harvest. Plant a new image of love in the rich soil of your mind and water it with feeling morning and night, and that which was once unseen will appear as flesh and bone, touch and voice, presence and devotion. Do not be deceived by the silence of the senses. They may tell you your lover is far away, or that you are alone, or that no one understands you. They may scream out doubts and echo back fears, but the senses are not masters. They are servants. They merely report what you have already assumed. They reflect, not dictate. And you are not a slave to circumstance. You are the operant power, the inner architect of experience. When you know this, not as theory, but as truth lived and breathed, you begin to see that the unseen world is more potent than the seen, and that imagination is not fantasy, it is reality itself, vibrating at a level not yet captured by sight. So imagine your love, not someday, not later, now. Close your eyes and see them beside you, not as a stranger, not as someone who is on their way, but as yours, with you, united in the bond of perfect affection. Hear their voice whispering your name with joy. Feel the weight of their head resting on your shoulder. Smell the scent of their skin. Let it be real to you. Do not pretend, believe, for believing is seeing. And the law of your world is that what you accept as true, your world must confirm. Let no man, woman, or doctrine tell you what is or is not possible for you. You are infinite in potential, and love is your divine right. There is no distance too great, no situation too complex, no time too short for imagination to transform all. The soul speaks to soul, the heart speaks to heart. You do not need words to call your lover to you. Your feeling is the prayer, your vision is the summons. What you dare to assume as real, you begin to magnetize through all dimensions. Whether they live across the street or across the ocean, whether you've met them before or not, they respond not to your actions, but to your assumptions. And let me say this to you clearly. No one is outside your consciousness. The person you love, the one you desire to be with, lives not just in the world, but in your awareness of them. Their image as you hold it is the mold through which your reality flows. So if you see them as cold, distant, unavailable, your world must bring you that version. But if you dare to revise, If you dare to take up your divine authority and see them as already loving, already present, already yours, then that image, energized by faith, must outpicture. The world cannot resist a man or woman who knows they are loved. So many search and seek, wondering where their soulmate is. They write lists, swipe apps, beg the universe. But I tell you, the one you seek is not found by seeking. They are found by assuming. Go within, ask yourself, if I were already in the perfect relationship, how would I feel right now? How would I walk, speak, breathe, sleep? What would I wear? How would I smile? How would I greet the day? Begin to live in the end. Make it so real in you that the external world has no choice but to bow to your inner vision. When you sit alone and imagine their presence, you are not playing pretend. You are planting destiny. The unseen lover you talk to in the stillness hears you, responds to you, is drawn to you by invisible cords of consciousness. Do not discount the power of your inner world. What is felt as real consistently becomes real. It must. That is the law. The outer world bends to the image held within. There is no force more powerful than the silent assumption of love. When you dwell in the state of already having it, already being chosen, adored, respected, and cherished, then you become magnetic, not by effort, but by vibration. The frequency of your being emits a silent call, and those attuned to it begin to appear, drawn to your light like moths to flame. You do not chase. What is yours by assumption flows to you effortlessly. You are not here to beg for crumbs of affection. You are here to know yourself as the embodiment of divine love. You are not here to compete, compare, or question your worth. You are here to claim, to choose, to live as if your desire were already fact. For when you live in that state, you are no longer waiting, you are creating. Your lover already exists, not just in the world, but in you. They are waiting for your assumption to lift the veil. Speak to them now. Not with words of desperation, but of fulfillment. Say to them in the quiet of your soul, I am so happy we are together. I love how we laugh, how we grow, how we share. I love the way you look at me. I love how we understand each other without speaking. I love how safe I feel with you. Let these words become your inner conversation, and your world will soon echo them back to you in form. There is nothing to wait for, there is only the moment, and what you dare to claim within it. Imagine the most beautiful love story, not as something that will happen one day, but as something that is already unfolding, already alive, already yours. Sit with it, walk with it, dwell in it. It is your home. You were made for this. Forget the how, forget the when. The how is not your job. The when is already decided by your conviction. Time bends to assumption. Reality rearranges itself to fit the mold you persist in. Just keep dwelling in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Each time doubt creeps in, return to your inner world and say, it is done. Not because you saw it, but because you imagined it. And imagination is the only reality. Love is not outside of you. It is not waiting to find you. It is you. And when you remember this, your world transforms. The phone rings. The message comes. The smile across the room meets your eyes. The person whose name you whispered in prayer shows up at the perfect moment. Not because you forced it, but because you assumed it. And assumption sustained becomes fact. You are not powerless in love. You are the cause. You are the dreamer in the dream, the artist painting your masterpiece, the writer of the story in which you are also the star. You do not need permission to be loved. You only need the courage to assume you already are. So tonight, before you sleep, do not review the day in lack. Revise it. If they didn't call, imagine they did. If you felt alone, imagine there are arms around you. If you doubted, reaffirm your faith. Say, I am loved. I am chosen. I am wanted, and feel it. Let that feeling sink into your bones. Let it become your truth. For what you feel deeply, your subconscious accepts, and once accepted, it must express. The Lord does not sleep. The universe is not random. Your world is perfectly ordered by the beliefs you carry most deeply. So plant only what you want to harvest. Imagine only what you want to see, and do it as though it were already so, because in truth, it is. Your lover hears you now. They feel your pull. They are being guided, awakened, drawn, not by force, but by the irresistible current of love that flows from your assumption. You do not need to worry how the path will unfold. You only need to walk it in imagination, and reality will follow. You do not need to convince anyone outside of you. You do not need to persuade another heart or chase after fleeting shadows. The only one who must be convinced is you. For the moment you accept the truth of your imagined reality, the moment you surrender fully to the feeling that your relationship already is, your outer world must take shape around that belief. You are the vine and all events are the branches. You are the center and all circumstances orbit the state you occupy. And when you occupy the state of being loved, cherished, and fulfilled, every person, every phone call, every so-called coincidence must reflect that state back to you. They are compelled, drawn, shifted, like pawns on a chessboard, by the silent command of your imagination. You do not need to manipulate, you do not need to control. You simply assume and persist. Let it be done in you now. Drop every story of past rejection, of heartbreak, of loneliness. Those stories belong to a former state, and you are no longer there. You are rising into the state of love's fulfillment. You are no longer waiting for the door to open. You have stepped through it. The scene has changed. Feel it in your breath. Sense it in the rhythm of your day. The one you love is not apart from you. They are your reflection. And what you hold of them in your imagination is what they must become. You cannot imagine a loving partner consistently and feel the truth of it deeply without that image becoming flesh. Just as no seed can be planted in good soil and not bear fruit, no assumption held with feeling can fail to externalize. This is not superstition. This is spiritual law. As within, so without. As you imagine, so you become. So speak to your lover in silence. Do not wait until they appear. They are here now. The silence is not empty. It is filled with your creative power. Call them by name in your heart. Tell them how grateful you are for their love. Tell them how deeply you are seen, known, and honored by them. Let your whole being become saturated with the joy of union, as though every cell sings the truth of it. And you will notice without effort that the people in your life begin to shift. You will notice doors open, opportunities arise, connections appear, because your world must match your inner state. And when doubt arises, as it will, do not resist it, but gently return to your inner sanctuary. Return to the state of the wish fulfilled. Doubt is not the end. It is merely the invitation to persist, to re-choose, to reaffirm your power. You are not a servant to your thoughts. You are the master of them. And the more you direct them lovingly, deliberately, the more your reality becomes a mirror of your chosen identity. Do not say, "When I find love, I will be happy." Say instead, "I am love, and joy flows through me now." For it is not love that finds you, it is you who awaken to love. And when you live from this awakened state, your person must show up. They cannot resist the pull of your truth. The bond you have imagined already exists on a higher plane, and your assumption is what lowers it into form. And let me tell you this, the universe has already said yes. The moment you desired love, the moment you imagined your perfect relationship, it was already finished. You are not trying to make it happen. You are aligning with its already doneness. This is not effort. It is surrender. Surrender to the knowing that what you imagine with conviction and love must unfold. And if the person you love seems distant, if they are not calling, not writing, not showing affection, do not react with fear. That reaction merely cements the absence. Instead, revise. In your imagination, hear them say the words you long to hear, feel their embrace, know their heart, and do this again and again until the state becomes so natural that you forget you ever lived without it. Then the world will mirror that forgetting, and you will find yourself in the relationship you once only imagined. You are not imagining to get. It is deeper than that. You are imagining because it is true. And because it is true, the world must comply. You are not asking, you are assuming. You are not reaching, you are receiving. You are not hoping, you are knowing. You are the dreamer, and the dream is alive. The one you love is dreaming of you too. Whether they know it consciously or not, they are being pulled by the unseen thread of your inner assumptions. The more you live in the end, the more they are drawn irresistibly into your orbit. Let your inner conversations be loving. Let your thoughts dwell on the beauty of connection. Do not repeat old wounds, old disappointments. They are no longer you. You have risen into a new state. You are now the one who is loved, chosen, adored. And from this place, you create effortlessly. You are the presence of love. And wherever you go, love must bloom. Whatever you imagine, love must bring forth. So see yourself not as one seeking affection, but as one radiating it. Not as a beggar of romance, but as the fountain of it. When you imagine your love, see it in vivid detail. Not as a fantasy, but as reality. Feel their presence. Taste the laughter you share. Hold the hand you long to hold. Let the senses of imagination overtake the reports of the outer world. For imagination is the greater reality. The senses only report what was imagined yesterday. And never let anyone tell you what is or isn't possible for you. There are no limits to the creative power within you. Do not let the logic of the world drown out the song of your soul. The one you desire is already with you in consciousness. And that is the only place anything ever begins. Begin there and persist, and all else must follow. Let your mind become the sacred temple where love dwells. And enter it often. Sit in silence and feel the presence of your beloved. Speak to them without fear. They hear you. You are connected beyond time and space. You are joined in the eternal now, where all things are possible. And when you rise from that silence, walk as one who is loved. Move as one who is chosen. Smile as one who knows their worth. And your world will rise to meet you in kind. This is not a matter of belief alone. It is a matter of being. You must become the thing you seek, not by action, but by imagination. And once you become it inwardly, life becomes a mirror to reflect your inner state. You are no longer separate from your desire. You are it. And as you embody it, you give it permission to appear. This is the mystery, the miracle, and the majesty of creation. That you may be, do, and have anything by right of consciousness. So continue to imagine your love, not in haste, but in peace. Not in lack, but in fullness. Let your imagination be the banquet at which your soul feasts. Let your heart drink from the well of certainty. You are not waiting, you are welcoming. You are not chasing, you are allowing. And in this state of allowing, all things are drawn to you. The one you love is moved by invisible hands to find their way to you. Doors open, paths are cleared, hearts are softened, minds are changed. or because you dared to feel the truth before it was seen. This is your power. This is your gift. Use it boldly, joyfully, lovingly. There is nothing you cannot create. There is no relationship too broken, no distance too vast, no story too dark that cannot be rewritten by the pen of your assumption. You are the author. The script is yours to change. You may keep the chapter you do not enjoy and relive it endlessly, or you may write a new one tonight. Choose